All right, so where we left off last time, you guys had made it further into the vaults. You had gone and worked with some of the mechanisms and set that. You had mucked with some traps. There was the mirror trap. You made it, say, into one of the antechambers leading down to the vault, and had sort of met with the ghouls. The Goulark master, more of the Centurions, and you dealt and dispatched with all of them. And while there were some that were cut off, they have run and scattered, and so they are essentially off the table at this point. So you had a successful fight, and everyone has sort of caught your breath after that. And that's where we're taking up tonight, is you guys pressing forward, unless you would like to turn back and leave.
What?
No. I haven't seen a lick of loot yet, so...
And we do need to keep our priorities straight at this point.
Yeah, because, we are still alive.
Right. So we need to push that. It is all push your luck, right?
That thing.
Well, we would have been even more alive if we just stayed on the boat, but...
But we wouldn't have had an opportunity to find a awesome cleric artifact.
That is true. So you guys will gird yourselves. We did the rolls for recovery powers last time. You got some of those back. The recharge powers. Some of them were gotten back, some were not. You guys have track of where your recoveries are at. Matt has exhausted his personal recoveries.
Which he seemed to be pleased with.
He seemed to be very excited about.
Okay, now, if violence is my canvas, your recoveries are my paint now.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Well,
Wait,
we will see what we can do. So, you guys will move forward, and you will see that clearly the chamber where the Goulark mage, the Goulark lord, was at, there's a great set of vault doors there, and a big set of mechanisms. And beside that, you can see that a section of the wall has been cracked and chipped away at. And it seems to you like what has happened here is they couldn't get through the main mechanism into the lower vaults, and so had been attempting to over time smash their way through the stone. You fought a couple of those ghouls that had the great heavy gauntlets on them, and that seemed to have been used. That and magic and so on. So they were patient. They'd clearly been doing this for some time, but hadn't made too much headway. The stone is fairly solid. So you guys will approach. Scott, there is very clearly this set of doors here has a great set of mechanisms, like a massive vault door made of stone with some wheels on it and cranks and things like that.
Oh god, I've got to line up the dolphins, the hawks, and the snakes, don't I?
There's a bunch of things here. Why don't you make a lock analysis for me, Scott?
I can make one.
Okay.
Okay.
This would be intelligence or wisdom. Intelligence or wisdom plus your thief plus a d20.
It's a door.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, look at that.
Someone is pretty good with these locks.
So you guys will probably have to
I said it was a door first.
Yeah. To sit back, rest, get your wounds cleared and so on, and you will see Rook work at the mechanism for probably about an hour, looking at it, trying to figure it out. seeing how things go. Some of the coding mechanism for what things need to line up, you're easily able to, examine and look for the telltale signs of what areas have been more worn and so on, and you'll get those set up very, very easily with your 17 and your extreme background here. Now, here is the deal, Scott.
Yes.
To actually get this vault door open to lead down to the next section is going to require a lock-picking roll. But it's also going to require 2 people to make strength checks because there are additional things that need to be pulled back. This needs to be kind of all done at the same time. Now, here's what you know from your superior analysis, that the better that you do on this, the more you're going to, or rather, let me actually reverse that. The worse you do on this, the more you may activate additional traps and countermeasures in the following areas. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me. So who's super strong?
Who are your 2 strength check people?
I've got a 17 strength.
I got a 17 strength.
Okay.
So
I have a
Also-
9 strength.
Oh, okay. I
So-
use her as the crowbar.
All right. So, what it is going to be is you have to, Matt, Carl, Black Dog, and Tommaso, you have to make strength checks. Essentially, you're trying to move the thing back so that Scott can get at what he needs to get at. So essentially, your success or failure serves as a modifier for Scott. Scott, after they roll, you'll be rolling dexterity plus your thief background, okay?
Now, okay, so I do get level with this.
Yes, strength plus level.
Oh, and I just got my thing up, so...
Okay. So let's start with you, Carl. And Matt,
So now
look at that.
my
22.
incremental advance, my incremental advance is skill plus 1. Does this count for that?
No, those are your backgrounds. Do you have a background in like feats of strength or weightlifting or something?
No, the only thing would be pirate to... I don't know if that would work.
How would can you give me a justification for why that would work, Carl?
Yeah, because there's moving parts on the ship, and you got to get up, and you got to crawl up.
Masts, ropes,
Yeah, you crawl up the rope.
sails,
Okay.
all that-
loot, booty.
Rum, sodomy.
The lash.
That's true. I should just start telling an in-depth description of sodomy.
That's
and then
right.
That would pretty much. Shut up! Stop! You get it! Stop!
And that's the Pogues reference for tonight. So, Carl,
Yeah.
I'll let you add your background bonus to that.
And I need it. God damn, this is freaking hard. Maybe I should have. I don't know.
What is your total then?
14.
No, it's strength plus level plus background.
Yeah, that's it. 6 plus 3 plus. Oh, okay. No, it's. No, I do get. I'm sorry. I do get 3 more points of background, so it's 17.
Okay, so Scott, they move. They get set on these levers that you set them to, and on either side of you, so that they can move the coverlets on these great things that are pushing against them to get your hands inside this to work in the mechanism. And so picture this: that they are holding back these steel trap holders, shaking, sweating as they're. You trust them?
I trust them.
Okay, Scott, why don't you make that dexterity roll for me?
Why do I feel like Sherry in the Rollmaster game making
Exactly. Oh, for good reason,
Scott?
apparently.
Oh! Wait!
Wait.
Is it a little often thing that I fairly do for rogue skill check involving a trap is natural even failure. I can re-roll the skill check.
Oh, awesome!
And you
So-
won't do worse.
There's only a 5% chance that you'll do worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see the roll.
We're there
Scott.
for him, aren't we, Carol? Carol.
Right. You fumbled my name.
Oh my God!
That was good.
Oh, nice.
So there is the little bit
Had to sacrifice.
as you're
something.
trying to get that last bit where Black Dog slips, and you see the panel coming closed, and you pull your hands back, but you're pretty sure that you actually managed to deactivate a good portion of the traps. And when those come shut, you'll hear the and you'll be able to reach up, Scott. Little tips of your fingers may be clipped by Carl's closure there, but it's Black Dog. Let's go.
Not baby and clipped, I hope.
No, not baby and clipped. And you will spin the great wheel, and all of you will pull back on this door that will swing out. Old style construction. I described this ancient form, and it will swing out, and there'll be that kind of rush as clearly some air releases in there. In the distance, you'll smell damp, as you've smelled all through here, but this has clearly not been opened in several decades.
Huh.
And you will see a hallway goes out, and then stairs go down.
Awesome.
So I assume the marching order is Scott, Rook rather, and Black Dog. And then what's the middle and what's the back row, Carl?
You guys figure that out. I mean, we don't really have to worry about anything behind us.
Well, that's a beautiful story. We were keeping the cleric in the middle, safe.
All right. So Tommaso, who also feels invulnerable at this point.
Yeah,
there.
I know. That's another reason to keep him in the middle.
Cochanel, can you?
Everything's going to go against MD tonight.
You've got the rope that can snake around. Can we use that to like lead us and see if it like, I don't know, maybe if there's a tripwire or something like that, or and not a pressure plate probably wouldn't work. It's not heavy enough. But like for instance, can we your hold portal? If we open that up, if we did the same thing, could we open that up and then could you hold portal on it and so that would kind of stick it, or is there
I can hold portal on this door, I think.
Well, no, I'm just thinking about like defeating these traps. Like when we were opening it up, and then if you could hold portal, then that would have, helped us to keep them pushed out. Does that work or does that not work?
That's interesting. You see her eyes glazing over. Like she doesn't really get it, but she's trying to think of a way that she could do it in a way that she understands it. She's like, there's probably something I could do.
Well, Sherry, why don't I have you make an intelligence roll?
Okay.
And depending on your result, we'll give Rook a circumstance bonus for his trap detection. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Is that okay with you, Scott?
Sounds good.
Okay.
No, I want a negative. I want him to.
Well, it'll depend on whether she rolls a 1 or not.
Okay. 1.
If she rolls really badly, she sets off the trap ahead of him.
Awesome. And that's, let's see, my int is 8. Int plus level?
Yep.
Or just int?
Int plus level. All right. So, Scott, I'm going to give you a +2 roll for the rest of this set of trap exploration. Does that seem cool?
Seems cool.
Okay.
Okay. And since we know that there's plenty of water there, I'll do things like use shaped water to hold things in place and stuff like that.
Okay.
If he tells me.
Scott, there are 5 traps. You have disarmed 3 of them. So imagine them as A, B, C, D, and E.
That's
Give
really
me 3
complicated.
letters.
It's really complicated.
Let's see. B, C, and D.
B, C,
The middle one.
and D.
You
All
never
right.
took a vowel. You didn't take a vowel.
Shut up, Vanna.
So, Scott, you guys will move down the stairs, moving carefully, and up ahead, you actually can hear noise has started up. You think it's actually started up when the door was opened. And you guys will move down carefully. You've got the rope moving ahead of you. You're checking for any additional pressure plates. You're doing all the classic rogue checks.
Toss a stone.
Tossing
Blah, blah, blah.
stones, all of that.
Send the fighter.
You will come down, and you see the hallway levels out, and you can see now that there's kind of a break in the hallway, and the hallway becomes a tube. It's a 8-foot stone tube, and you can see that it is split into what appears to be 5 segments that are turning. First one clockwise, second one counterclockwise, and so on. And what you will see is that there are about 6-inch high lengths of steel, clearly razor sharp, all around the outside of this tube. Probably about a dozen of those pieces of metal per section. And so it's kind of turning, difficult footing with these nasty razor slits there.
I have a question for you. How much space is there if one were to sort of, I don't know, place something across there that's high enough to not be hit by the sharp metal pieces that are flipping around? Like you said they're about 6 inches high?
They're about 6 inches high, and the tube itself is 8 feet wide.
Oh gosh. I don't, could I shape water to make a bridge that we could walk over?
Now, tell me about the shape water spell. Read that to me.
Okay, so since I can shape the water, it'll go in any shape and hold it. And it has the strength of glass, but if I make it strong enough, that should be sufficient for us to walk across.
Okay. I'm going to say it's still going to be kind of a movement maneuver check,
Okay.
but with a fairly low difficulty, assuming that you create the water bridge well enough. Does that seem reasonable?
Certainly.
Can we use the rings in conjunction with the water bridge to move freely through it?
Not if she makes it like
Right. Okay.
like
Yeah, that's
glass.
okay.
How long is this tube section? Or what? Can we see to the other side of it?
Each section is about 15 feet, so it's about 30, 60, about 75 feet long.
Okay, 75 feet long. It's an 8-foot tube, and on
I mean, how much is there space between the segments?
So in each of the 15-foot segments, there are about 6 of these cutting blades facing up, running perpendicular to the way you're facing. And they are moving, looks like slightly different speeds, clockwise, counterclockwise down this thing. Again, they're 6 inches tall. The tube itself is 8 feet.
No, I meant between the segments of the tube. Is there a space that's not moving, or is it?
No, there's no. That's a good point. There's no dead space that you see. There's probably a seam, but no real dead space.
Okay, so 75 feet, and we have to go all the way through this. Okay.
I will, I have cantrip mastery. I will use one of my spell slots in order to actually pour more energy into this to get a long continuous, essentially to funnel more water through the shaping.
Okay. Is everybody cool with that as a plan?
Well, I mean, I think it's good. That's a good start. Is there anything else? There's no way around this. This is like all we can see, right?
That is correct.
Now, I assume that Ben could, Kathak, using the wall walking, could easily stick and spin around and make his way.
It would still be an orientation check for that, because he is walking on walls, but the thing is also spinning even as he moves, and then there's the changing of the different areas. So that would be difficult.
Okay. Did this thing just start spinning?
It clearly was one of the mechanisms that was not deactivated in Scott's picking of the main vault door lock,
Right.
and it seemed to have been activated then.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay.
You guess that there's probably on the other end a mechanism to deactivate it.
So we only need one person to go through there.
One person, yes.
Now, could we, Coach, no, can't you, could we levitate or whatever, float through the middle of this thing?
Oh, absolutely. I could put the bridge up and then levitate over my bridge. It wouldn't even have to be very strong. And get down there and turn it off if I can find the...
Okay, I mean, is the middle of this safe?
It's the middle of this safe.
Oh no! And if you go through this, is there anything that's? I mean, if she, these blades are only in the 6 inches, right?
Only
from
6 inches. That's correct.
I mean, like, so the 7 foot in the middle is free, is open.
Oh yeah, looks open right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Now, yes, you can do that, but if you run into trouble that there's a trap, you're stuck.
Right. Who's not?
Well, I'm wondering, didn't you float somebody else at one point, or didn't somebody else float at some point?
No.
Oh no, that's right. We used it was the rings. That's right. We were talking about who was safe and the water, and it was the rings was, and then you could float, and so that was okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I have all kinds of ways to levitate myself.
Right.
I have fewer ways to levitate you guys.
No. That's fine. I mean, are you comfortable with that, or?
Sure.
Why don't do you want to tie a rope to you so that, well, pulling out along the blades of death?
No, I don't want anyone else to have control over my movement when there's blades of death.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
No.
I mean, I can levitate another person, but what happens is that doesn't move them horizontally. You'd have to scrabble along, which sounds pretty dangerous.
Though what I'm thinking, though, is that
Scott?
75 foot.
Yes.
Why don't you make a thief plus wisdom roll for me?
Oh, yeah.
Thief.
So they're kind of discussing this. You're talking back and forth. You guys are kind of waiting. Kathak, you're probably fingering your bow, and Tommaso, you're gathering yourself together, and you're kind of looking down this tube hallway, watching. You're a skilled guy. You guys had brought up some light source, right? Like torches and so on.
Light spells, the usual.
Light spells, the usual. And as you're kind of watching the things turn and so on, and judging the thing, you're kind of looking at. You said you're checking, 15 foot in if there's a gap. Another 15 foot is there a gap, and you kind of catch maybe 30 feet in where it's the gap between the two sections. That there's a little glint of something, and it looks to you like there might be some tripwires across.
Okay. Now,
So let me actually just for
Yeah.
all fun, let me kind of
Lasers.
see if I can maybe do this. This is always tricky, so I'm going to try and draw a shape and hold Alt for a circle ellipse. So let's do that, and then let's copy that, and then we're going to paste. Come on. There we go. I'm going to paste that, and now I'm going to draw a line. Oops.
Well, that looks...
Okay. So, Scott,
Yes.
so there's the tube. We've got 5 sections in it that you imagine. Got the razors on the inside of it. And then, like about here, it looks like there might be some tripwires going across. Very, very subtle.
Shouldn't we just blow those apart now from here?
Well, we might close down the whole thing.
Oh, well.
What I'm thinking is, well, one, I was thinking before this is that we could, Kathak could shoot an arrow to the other side, hopefully embedded in the other side, and one, you could tie a rope to it, or to slink a rope to it all the way over, and then you would have a rope through the middle of it, which you could use as a guide wire if you wanted it. But if we do that, we'll probably trip those wires. I mean, I'm fine with tripping those wires. I wouldn't go through there.
Well, it depends if there's even anything on the other side to stick an arrow in. If it just continues.
Well, the other thing
It's
is,
hard to tell given the distance.
Can't you put a light on something, and then we could shoot the arrow through with a light?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to do that with that, or you want to trip these things, or not?
I'd rather not, because it could. You're right. It could like.
Kathak is an excellent shot. He could.
Are the tripwires spinning?
The tripwires do not appear to be spinning.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Then if we can get that rope strung through there in some way, then certainly I could cast the bridge. I could levitate our thief. He could use the rope to pull himself through there. He would put no weight on the bridge, but it would be there to support him in case the levitate came out or he needed to put pressure on it. But it would certainly give him a safe place to fall to.
Okay.
Unless you put spikes on the bridge too.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Invisible spikes.
Ooh.
Seems like a poor idea.
Okay.
Yes, it
I have to
does.
start
Don't
practicing
do
that.
Coach Chanel, don't do that.
So the first thing I'm hearing is you guys want to fire a rope down.
Well, I'm thinking of shooting the arrow alone. I mean,
Okay.
if
Just
we
to
could do
just
that.
get
And then,
lighting. Okay.
and then, well, one, we could do that, but we could also put the arrow down. She could snake the rope down later and then tie it to the arrow later, or something like that.
Okay. Ben, do you want to fire an arrow with a light source on it down this hallway, trying to avoid those nearly invisible tripwires?
And especially the ones we can't see that are probably 30 feet down from that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right. Why don't you make a dexterity plus level roll? Do you have any like sharpshooter or master archer backgrounds?
I have. Background. Well, basically, I have a hunter background. Which
Okay.
presumably.
I'll let you add that value in.
So let's see. That's a ranged attack plus. You said my dex.
So you're
right?
rolling d20 plus your dexterity and level plus your background value.
Gotcha.
So let's see. Is that your final answer?
Can spend a Wait.
No hero points.
Can I re-roll using my my archery re-roll skill?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'll do that.
So it's the only use of that for this scene till the next fight.
All right.
Puts an arrow in the side of Coach Chanel's head.
Ouch, that hurts.
God damn it.
Slightly better.
So
Hey, it's 3 better.
Yes.
it is not a great shot. He comes very close, Scott, to hitting the tripwire. And you'll see the arrow goes flying down the hallway, and then it clearly drops. And it sounds like there's a stairway going down after that.
Okay, so we don't see the light anymore.
Yeah, it'll the light will go down and it'll vanish. Maybe see a very, very dim glow.
Do we hear any ghouls go, ooh, ow?
No,
Okay, I just...
simply because you know that the ghouls have
They
not
didn't
been
get in
able
there,
to
right?
get here.
Well, the gelatinous cube. Did we get that?
The gelatinous cube doesn't make any sound, Carl.
Okay. Good. Good.
The cow goes moo. So, what's your next step?
Dungeon sounds.
Okay. So we still can't see. Basically, we got a glimpse of that, but it's really dark still, way past that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's step 1?
Okay. If you're gonna put that down there, it's going to trip if this thing is rotating, it's going to, and you put that rope down the bottom of it, it'll trip.
The tripwires are not rotating.
I know, but if you put a rope down there, it's going to rotate with a thing, and it's going to trip the tripwires.
What?
If you snake a rope down there along the bottom.
Oh, if I do that. Oh, that could be true.
Or it'll be cut by the blades.
Is that true? I would probably put the water bridge down and then snake the rope along the water bridge.
A much better idea.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So, Sherry, how far do you want to extend this ice bridge, this water bridge? And I'm assuming you're going and drawing the water back from the place where you fought the ghouls.
Correct.
Okay.
So I will just sort of build that slowly. So essentially, it's like I bring it in and I push it out there in waves.
Okay.
Sort of keep on building it.
All right.
So quick action cantrip for me.
Okay. Let's have you make intelligence. Use your casting stat. So let's have you make an intelligence roll. You're very good at this. Just don't roll a 1.
Thank you, Lowell.
Or a 2. 2 would be bad too.
I rolled a 2 because it's freaking Roll20.
So
do I have a hero point?
No, but you do realize that you guys are fighting and pushing through, and you remember the memories of your masters and them sending you out into the world and saying that you were the one who had to fight the evils, to find out what's going on and to fight against the siren. Right?
Right.
So spend a recovery, and I will let you make a reroll.
Okay.
As you call on your... Sure.
Say no. Say no.
Oh,
Just
no.
say, I'll take the consequences. I don't care.
As you call on your memories of desiring to fight against these forces, including the siren. In game terms, that's you using your 5 roll from the icons.
It's complicated, so I have to.
Spend
I
it.
lose energy, but
Yep. And you'll get
Okay.
a reroll. One
all
reroll.
right. I'm sure it'll be infinitely better. D20. It's 2 better.
Okay. So
Holy crap.
you will get the ice bridge, the water bridge out about halfway
Okay.
before you're feeling like it's going to get a little unsteady for you.
Okay.
So you've
At
got
least
a
from
solid ice bridge. We'll even say it goes out about 45 feet. How does that sound?
Sure. That's very kind of you.
Okay. So you have
So
a
3/4 of the way.
45-foot long, solid, steady, held up bridge of glass-like water.
Okay.
What is the next step?
Okay, so this is supported every 15 feet.
How is
maybe
it?
when I get out there, I can see how to support it if where the tripwires are coming from are wide enough to put something down.
Yeah. How are you
Right
supporting
now, it's
it?
supported by magic.
Okay.
Uh,
So let me kind of draw the rope bridge or the water bridge like that.
Water bridge. Okay. Let's see here. I suppose that I can go out there, or I could send Rook out there to take a look at those tripwires and see what he can see about them.
Rook, do you want to
Sounds
do
like a
that?
plan.
Okay.
I will roll out there and.
Don't worry about the rotating blades.
He
Okay,
doesn't need to. That's what he should be fine
Scott.
there. So
this is still a maneuver roll because you're kind of having to go out there, crawl out there on this glass-like water to get over there with these blades spinning around you. So a simple dexterity plus thief check.
But he's floating above it, right?
No, I'll just crawl along it. It'd be easier.
right now, if we try to levitate him, he'll have trouble moving.
He could
forward.
grab onto the ice bridge, and then use that as a kind of a rail, and then he could just do that. I mean, I think he'd
Sure, it's a little disorienting. Hopefully, he wouldn't have a problem when he went to check on things.
I'll be fine.
It's up to you.
Scott, dexterity plus thief plus a d20 to get out there. Look at that.
Well done. See, he's rolling like awesome today.
Scott, you slide out there. You will get out to that first 30 feet in section, and you will see there are a set of tripwires there. Do you wish to try to disable those tripwires? Or would you rather start by trying to ascertain what they do?
What do they do?
Why don't you make that trap detection roll for me, Scott? Wisdom plus thief plus level.
Decent roll.
You're pretty sure that they do something to enhance the blades.
Ew.
Like maybe the blades extend if they're tripped.
Okay. So,
Do you wish to try and disable them?
let's see. Depends. I guess if I think there's a master disable on the other end or not.
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's take it as we go.
Okay.
We'll try to just.
Let's have you make that disarm traps roll then, sir. Dexterity.
I hate for them to spring out and stab someone.
I know. It would be terrible. if
Mainly
someone
me. Ugh.
But it is a natural 2.
It is a natural 2.
Thank goodness, Scott. Otherwise, it would have been a shitload of dex saves.
Oh!
But he can re-roll it, right?
Nope, only one.
Scott,
Shit.
you're there. You have that moment where you're kind of trying to get everything set, and you realize that you've kind of lost control of it. And it'll be that bit where you recall your training under the servants of the Prince of Shadows, how they put you in death traps, how your compatriots passed away because they couldn't match the lethality of the training. Will you spend a
Oh,
recovery, Scott?
Spend one of the muscles. Oh, he doesn't have any. I will spend a recovery. Let's see if I
Okay.
have any.
Yeah, you spend a recovery and you call on your connection with the Prince of Shadows. You will get one more reroll.
It's because Sherry said I was rolling well. Roll20 hurt her.
No, it's filled with.
Sauce!
Scott, make a dexterity save for me.
Oh no! My God.
Oh,
Dexterity
nothing.
save. Just
Nothing.
That's
good.
dex plus level, Scott.
okay. Woohoo!
All right, you take half damage.
Ouch!
Okay. Scott, you're like, I got it, and then it snips. The wires
Oh
are so
my God,
old,
got it.
they're so fragile that they give, and you hear that thing, and you will hear the brrr as the spinners begin turning faster, and the blades come out about 2 more feet with sharp
Okay.
sides and sharp tops. You will take 10 points of damage as the first one clips you. What do you do?
I will
You have some
make my way
resources.
down this bridge.
The bridge is gone. Those blades hit the bridge, which is as strong as glass, and it will shatter.
Then
No,
I guess I'll
thankfully,
look for
once
a place. I'll look for a place to land here and start basically running with the direction of the tube to keep my footing. Try to find a
Okay, you're
gap.
trying to find a perch here to get your bearings?
Yep.
Okay, dexterity check. And then I'm going to come back to you guys in a second while Scott gets his bearings. And Scott, I do know you have a couple of resources for getting out of this. But let's have your dexterity check. All right, so you're not you've got a position, but you know you're kind of unbalanced. So you're going to have a penalty on your next check. So you guys will see that Rook, Tommaso, Kathak, Tommaso, Black Dog, Cochinelle. You'll see him. He's on his back, and you'll hear the ting as that wire gives, and the rotation speeds up, and those blades come out further, and they will hit against that water bridge, and it will give. The water will splash down, so it is still present, but the sort of substance of the bridge has broken on this. So let's start with you,
Yeah,
Black Dog. What are you doing?
I'm.
Flummoxed?
Yeah, I look.
Do you hold?
I look in the room. Yeah, what around the room is in the room that we have or that we're in? Is there anything in there?
No, it's pretty much a hallway that ends in in this tube. A rectangular hallway comes out of this.
Okay, I'm gonna get out a javelin and hold that, but beyond that, is there any way I can like? Is there any the rotating tube? Is there any way on this side that I can cram something in there to halt the mechanism?
You're not. I'll let you make a roll for me. Let's have you make a wisdom check.
No.
You might be able to bend or break one of these first blades to give it, some more room here at the end to work with. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, it's not going to help him immediately, so no, I don't want to do that right now.
Let's go to Cochinelle.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Sorry, this is kind of crazy out of my thing. I could shock the whole mechanism and then it would be electrified.
Oh yeah.
I could put him to sleep.
As a mercy killing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so sorry.
Rook.
I don't want to go to sleep.
Let's see here. I could reform the bridge just up higher. He's only going to have 3 foot from the bottom of it, but it's a quick action. Right near him, I can start raising that up.
You've got about a 1 foot gap now.
A 1 foot gap?
Yeah, because about a 2 foot gap. Because the blades are out 3 feet on either side, and the thing is 8 feet high.
Okay. So that would just get in his way more, I suppose, then?
I don't know.
Unless he laid on it and pushed himself through. I will give him the option to at least seat himself on that.
Okay.
So I will bring up essentially, I will bring up a portion of that
Okay, so you're
from
going to try and
where I am. So it's essentially I just bring it out there and get it to that 15-foot mark or wherever it is that he is, or 30-foot mark.
Okay. All right, make a roll for me.
Okay, let's see if
It's a little trickier given the setup here.
8.
Oh, yeah,
well.
you've got it out there perfectly. So it is balanced just outside the cutting lines of these blades. Rook, I don't know if you have anything that you want to do. I don't know if you have any tricks up your sleeve.
Do you? Did she put the bridge up?
That's what
Yes.
she just did.
So
Actually, I'm
it's
sorry.
going
I'm sorry.
back-
Actually, let me ask the other two. Kathak, I don't know if you have anything in your bag of tricks you want to do.
So can you describe this? What this tube is?
So it's a
made out of?
70-foot long, 5-foot long tube, 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Every 15 feet is a break. In those 15-foot sections, the sections are rotating pretty rapidly now. And in each of the sections are sticking out from the walls 3 foot tall, about 6-inch wide, super sharp blades. And
So this whole tube is revolving, kind of like a tumbler.
it is.
Yes.
And each 15-foot section is revolving in a different. So it's clockwise, and then counterclockwise, and then clockwise, and then counterclockwise, and then clockwise.
And the blades, do they? How fast is it rotating?
Right now, it's going 1, 2. Rotation is taking about 1.5 seconds now.
That's pretty fast.
Yes.
Did it speed up after the trip lines got broke?
Yes, it did.
Well, I was curious if maybe my being able to walk on walls would help. Probably not.
Now it's even more difficult given how fast it's moving. It would be a very difficult check.
Yeah.
Do you want to get yourself in position in case that becomes necessary?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get ready to be able to do that.
Okay. Tommaso, I don't know if you have anything to pull out here.
Yeah, I think I'll just kind of nod my head and mouth some prayers and gesticulate.
All right. We come back to you, Scott. Rook, you've landed. You're sort of furiously gerbil, hamster wheeling, and kind of off balance. What's your next action?
Okay. So what I want to do then is I'm going to have to basically run and hop over gerbling, and I want to basically make my way down the tube until I get close enough that I think I can do a dagger toss and teleport to the
Okay. So that's
other side of the tube.
about a 15-foot section you're going to have to cross. Okay.
Okay.
Speedy blades. They are decently far apart. You know, there's a couple foot gaps between them, but they are at irregular intervals. Let's have you make that roll, Scott.
Acrobatics, balance.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
5 plus 4. 25.
So you're running desperately, clipping past. You guys will see Rook tumble and run forward, further away from you. You'll see his clothing and cloak getting cut. You probably see scraps fly into the air. Scott, got your dagger out. Let's have you make that roll. Do you want to do that as an attack roll or a skill roll?
My skill roll would be a little better.
Okay, so dexterity plus, what do you think is the appropriate background to use with this?
Let's see. Oh, it's balance rogue.
Let's go. Roll.
Good. or thief.
Let's roll. Let's hope you don't roll a 1.
Why? You say it like that, and yet it sounds like you're hoping that I roll a 1. But I didn't. I rolled a 3.
Scott, you will throw it, and it will go down, and just about when it is going to come out, it hits against one of those blades. You still going to teleport, I assume?
Yep.
Okay, make another dexterity roll for me.
Just dexterous.
Plus acrobatics if you have that acrobatic skill.
Oh, I do have acrobatics.
Okay.
25.
25. So Scott, you take 4 more points of damage. As you appear there, the blade kind of clips onto you, and you roll out onto the landing of the next part. Now, if I were a dick, there'd be a pressure plate here, but there's not.
Or a horde of ravening something.
Yes. You
Good thing there's not.
You land there, Scott. Blood coming out from the kind of cut across the cheek there.
I need a heal, Tommaso!
He is far away right now.
I look down the stairs. Do I see treasure?
No, but you see light down there.
Where the arrow was?
Yes.
Is there a mechanism to shut this thing off?
Yes, there is, Scott.
Is there? Can
Just
I turn it
push
back?
It's no problem.
Can I turn it back on when they're halfway down the?
Yes, you could. Scott, I assume
I
you
will
will turn it off. And you
Yes.
guys will see the blades retract, the tumbling slow, and then the blades retract entirely into the wall, and the hallway stops turning.
Yeah, it's no problem whatsoever. Just walk across now.
Until you hit the trip
I
lines
think I got
again.
it. Come across, Black Dog.
I actually
hilarious.
will do that. I will walk across and everything like that, and
Okay.
I will be careful and walking actually relatively quick. And now, how much space is there between the two the two 15-foot pieces? Like an inch or like?
No, it's maybe like a centimeter.
Oh, okay, so it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting dizzy from blood loss might accidentally lean against this button.
Then I will move relatively quickly across there.
Okay. I assume you guys will all come down once Black Dog demonstrates that it's safe?
Yes.
Okay. Guys will move down. Tommaso, do you wish to heal Scott?
I will cast a heal for Scott.
You can use one of my recoveries if that works.
No, he can only use the person's recovery.
I
Oh,
can use anybody.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So burn one of Black Dog's.
yeah, he screwed you, man. He screwed you hard, man.
Scott, make a recovery roll. Carl, mark off a recovery.
What?
You heard the man.
I didn't say that.
$15 points back, Scott.
Yay, we made it.
You called that a
Oh,
recovery?
plus what's your bonus for the heal, Matt?
+8.
Plus 8. Plus another 8, Scott.
Okay.
That's
I
gotta
feel
help.
better.
Okay. You guys will proceed on.
God.
You will come to another hallway where Scott will confirm that the trap's deactivated. You'll see there are grooves in the floor, and it looks like stone wheels would come down and strike people as you walk along. Another one of those hallways. You'll move past that after Scott confirms that Rook confirms that that's clear. You'll move.
So we've gone through the ghoul shredder. Now
Yes.
we're going through the ghoul masher.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
Then you'll come to a room / hallway where you can see that there is sort of embedded in the floor like a grid. What you guess is a steel net. Scott will confirm that the thing has been deactivated. You think that floor actually falls away and you have to walk across the net. And there's some other mechanism with that.
Like electrifying it or something.
Quite
awesome.
possibly. You'll then move through another, again, well-crafted ancient traps. You'll move through another room. It looks like a hallway. You kind of, Scott will confirm that this is set, and it looks like as you move down, if this had been activated, a spiked wall would drop behind you, forcing you guys forward quickly. There are a set of pressure plates that would have gone off, firing darts as you were pushed along.
Okay, grilling and then tenderizing. Okay, so what's the last one?
Serving up on a platter, probably.
Lastly, Scott, you will come to another vault door. Looks like you're closer to the inner chambers. This was not unlocked by your work at the front place. It looks like this is the final thing that could have possibly been unlocked. Why don't you make a lock analysis for me?
Oh, it's 20 plus 5 plus 5. Oh, it's the analysis intelligence?
Yes. Very clear how this works. You will see that actually in this sort of door, there's actually a section that opens up, easy to open up, and there's actually a doorway, and then a sort of a space that goes in about 5-6 feet, and that's maybe about 10 feet away from where you're working. So 10 feet over and 5 feet in, and it looks like there are two mechanisms that have to be deactivated simultaneously.
Fun.
It looks like you'll have to do your lock picking in one place, and somebody else will also have to do it in the other place at the same time.
Oh my.
All right.
What skill is lockpicking based on?
Thief plus
Well,
dexterity.
Oh God. Huh.
Well,
Okay.
Kathak's got a high dex.
Let's see here.
Do you want to try and teach Kathak what he needs to do? Is that okay with you, Ben?
Baby agrees.
Can we tell?
Yeah.
Can you tell which one's easier to deal with? Which lock is easier?
Do they look? Anyone look easier, or are they fairly identical?
They look identical, but you have the sense that if the outer lock is not done well, then something bad will happen to the person on the inner lock.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Well, what happens if the interlock's not done well?
You're not sure. That doesn't seem to have any additional trigger.
Well, that's not fair.
Probably
Sherry,
just won't get
electrify it.
through.
Electrify the outer lock, okay?
Only if he fails.
All right.
Get some
So we'll have.
Well, whoever it is,
So-
I think we need to have Rook on the outside lock, because if they screw it up, we're going to need him to fix it. So we need, he's more valuable than whoever's doing the inside. I hate to tell you.
Okay. Well, Ben, Scott.
Who would be better? I mean, who has some kind of background close enough that we might get some kind of.
Mechanisms, lockpicking, thief, anything like that.
Again, Crowswar being a pirate would have working with pulleys and with some kind of very simple mechanisms. I don't know if that would help at all. Kathak, what's your background? What do you got there?
If soldier, archer.
You make do you have hunter and make like traps or anything like that?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not a ranger in the D&D sense of a
Shut up!
like archer.
But you do have hunter as a background, right? Ben? I think we may have lost Ben.
Ben, you still there? Ben, I am your father.
Yeah, I have hunter as a background, but that's like hunting.
Okay. So what this would be is you guys will both make an intelligence check to see how well you explain the information and get it across. And then it is going to be the dexterity checks. Does that seem reasonable?
All right.
Who understands it better?
Yep. Okay. So
Well, hold on. Do you want to teach everybody and see how we do? Because, some of us are smarter than the other ones. Maybe that would work out.
I can give someone a +2 bonus on their intelligence skill check.
Oh, that's a good one.
Corvid's Cunning. It's one of my utility spells. So it's at 5th level, actually. So since my utility spells are at the 5th level. So this is my last utility spell. It gives them a +4 bonus.
Nice.
I have.
Oh, and yeah, sorry.
I ain't too smart, so if give all the bonuses to whoever's the smarter guy.
Are you
Well,
doing
you can
this,
do
or
it
is
for each of
Katak
us, right?
doing?
No,
Yeah.
he's teaching both of us, isn't he? And then we're gonna see who rolls better.
He is teaching. I assume he's teaching Kathak,
Okay.
and Scott and Kathak are both going to make intelligence checks.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, just for I don't know if you guys want to do this, but we got rune stones, and you get plus. What do you get? +1 to hit. Is that it?
That's
Plus
yeah.
one to hit?
They're just combat stones.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Good
So-
thinking, though. So I'll give
So-
you,
Is
essentially
there a +2?
So you give Ben a +4 is what you're giving?
a +4,
Okay.
and if he fails it, he can re-roll it.
Ooh, that's nice. So Scott, let's start with your intelligence roll plus thief. Ooh, look at that.
A nice roll.
Walk Kathak through the process. Kathak, let's have you make an intelligence roll plus your level +4 from Sherry's cantrip. 18. Okay. You think you've got it, Kathak. Hoping you got it. Maybe you
Okay.
got it. Because you do have a -1 on your intelligence check. Okay. So now,
Oh, at least I had a 0. I thought he was smarter than I was.
okay. Ben and Scott, both of you. Scott, you're making dexterity plus level plus thief.
I have
Ben,
a 0 on my end check also.
pardon?
I have a 0 also on my int check. Plus my level, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Why don't you make a dexterity check for me, Ben? Plus your level.
All right. Oh, that's
All right,
So
Scott.
that'll give a
Very
plus
nice
to
of you.
Ben's thing.
Oh.
You guys will do it. There's a little bit of tension there. Kind of get that doing quickly, calling out the signals to one another, which tumblers to do. Kathak, this isn't something you've had to work with before. Kind of following the instructions, calling out to one another, and there'll be that click simultaneously, and you can hear the as the locks release. You guys will kind of step back out
Be
and
right
pull
back.
this door open. And the illumination you guys have behind you will kind of pour, and you will see that there is a kind of a cavern. Again, the smell of water. Clearly, some damp has leaked down into here. You guess you might actually be, under the sea at this point, given how far you've come.
There's big salt stalactite.
Yeah, there's that.
I think
The cavern maybe was a natural formation. You can see that there's actually quartz all around in places, and that kind of catches the light. And you can see way across the cavern that there's actually kind of an archway clearly going on to the final vault. And
I'll be right
in
back.
here, the light will catch glints. You can see that there are piles of coins in a couple of sections. It looks like maybe stacks of what might have been artwork and things like that. Maybe they desperately put paintings and things down in here. A lot of things are corroded. Looks like some of the artwork and stuff has been worn, but you are picking up loot in the room.
Look for traps.
Okay. Scott, you don't see any traps. But why don't you make a roll for me, anyway? Wisdom plus thief.
Or monsters disguised as salt columns. Wisdom. 16.
Don't see any traps?
Then I will proceed into the room cautiously and use my thieving appraisal skill to try to figure out what's actually worth picking up and what's not
You
going to be worth anything.
will proceed into the room and kind of move along, getting yourself set, kind of looking appraisingly as you do that. And you will get maybe 15 feet into the room, Scott, maybe 20, a little bit further, and you'll hear a whoosh.
Uh-oh.
And
There'd be wind down here.
you'll feel the whoosh, and Cochinelle, you'll feel the portal kind of do that magic seal behind you,
Okay.
and you guys will see magic kind of coalesce, and two enormous figures form out of the air ahead of you. And I'm going to put them out, and I'm going to show you the map here in a second.
Parlay.
Back again.
Okay. You guys should get ready to roll initiative.
Look. Masters are long dead. There's really no reason to fight. Just go back.
What are they?
Hang on. I got to get the map up, and I'll let you read from there. All right, so I'm going to show you the map now.
All right, where'd those hydras come from?
You will see form out of the air, appear sort of maybe released from some sort of stasis in the walls, these two 5-headed hydras.
Great.
Wow.
You
I've done my
guys,
job. Go forth.
you guys should roll initiative.
What kind of what do we know about hydras?
Well, we'll come to that on your
Lots
turn.
of elemental attacks.
You should cut off all their heads.
26.
Let me-
Oh, I like that.
And turn, and turn, and turn, and turn, and turn. Okay. So, Black Dog, okay. Rook, what was yours?
12.
12. Okay. Kathak, what was your initiative?
12.
Kathak was 12 as well?
Yep.
Okay. I'll get that in there. I think. Oh, I see. I don't have numlock on. That's what's doing that. Okay. And Tommaso, all right. Black Dog, a blue Hydra, a red Hydra. Do you have any kind of monster lore skill?
Animal husbandry.
Okay,
That's really it.
make that roll plus your intelligence.
Oh, that's easy.
I knew this would happen.
17.
Gay marriage. Now orcs and hydras are getting husbanded.
5-headed hydras are the smaller of the hydras, the lesser of them. You know the thing about cutting off the heads, they can reappear. Not infinitely, but they will regrow. What's your action, Carl?
I attack. Ah!
Which one?
And I'll go with this one, the fire one,
Go
whatever.
running up. You'll see him dash across the cavern floor, shouting out light. You'll hear it echo across. You can see the great pool of water, so you get that watery echo in here. Crashes through some salt stalactites, smashes over there, and goes to swing at the Hydra. Carl, the Hydra has an AC of 20. Let's have you roll.
So we'll hit.
That will hit. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. You'll see Black Dog rush across, just like when he fought the dragon, go charging over and slashes at the Hydra, crying out, bellowing. 32 points of damage, and it just cuts into this thing.
I'll be trying to hit the body, but I don't know if that's the way it works.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're trying to smash into it. It does cut sort of at the base of the neck, just because of the nature of these things and how they stand. Cochonel on 17. 2 Hydras, enormous cavern. What are you doing? Black Dog has rushed out.
And do they look to be different elemental things then? One fire, one water?
No, with your magical skill, you can tell they're not breathers and they're not elementally attuned.
Okay, so essentially using one element against them wouldn't be any more
advantageous or disadvantageous.
Okay, good to know. Okay, then let's see here. I think that I'm going to cast my my big spell at the one that Black Dog is on in order to end one as quickly as possible. So that's my spell that I brought up to 5th level last time.
Okay.
And that's Acid Arrow.
All right.
So that's intelligence plus level versus PD.
Okay, PD of 19.
Ooh, that's high.
Yes.
I may not do well. Roll.
Don't roll one.
D20 plus.
I don't like it when I get arrows in the back.
Oh, so close.
So that will miss.
Okay, so miss damage is 5 ongoing acid damage, and I regain the spell during my next quick rest.
Ooh, nice.
So it still has some ongoing
So
damage.
remind me, is there a save against the ongoing?
Doesn't say that there is.
Okay, I assume it's just a standard save then. That's how ongoings usually work.
Does it?
Yep.
Okay.
So.
Oh wait, this is 5th. Excuse me, it's 15 ongoing on a miss.
Okay, so that goes to that. All right. So on its round, it goes now. So it'll take another 15 from that. So that goes to 85, 92. Okay. And it will kind of push you back a bit, Black Dog. Imagine these things are enormous.
Right.
And it will strike, and the heads are roiling around, okay?
Yeah.
And it will do its...
See Percy Jackson.
Okay. Carl, what is your
Never saw
AC on this first round?
21.
All right. First head misses. Second head will hit. You take 10 damage. Third head misses. Fourth head misses. Fifth head misses. What the what? Oh shit!
You think you're not so bad, Hydra boy?
I'd be careful there.
Ben,
Talk is cheap.
might be muted.
What is it? Talk is cheap when the.
Alright, I am gonna hit, yeah, I guess so, it's no advantageous to be wherever, so I'll just hit, just shoot.
Okay. Are you declaring anything, or should I know about?
I'll do my double shot.
Okay. So let's have you make that 2 shots against the Hydra. Need to hit 20. Doing D6s for damage if you hit. No escalation die yet. So that will miss. Second shot.
Now this is a different scene, right? I can use my archery.
Yeah, if you want to re-roll that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have you re-roll that.
+2 on the reroll.
Okay. So
What?
That will miss.
What?
That's what I just had with the Hydra. And your second shot? Oh, look at that. That will hit, sir. Roll your damage using D6s.
Using the...
So 19 points.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to do the Hydra save. Let me do that real quick here. So it will break the ongoing, but it took that damage on that round. All right. Kathak goes, fires a volley of arrows. The Hydra hits them. You'll see one of the heads sort of lolling, clearly heavily wounded. Rook.
I will.
MD is 15.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Make that roll.
Plus. Oh, I don't make it.
But you have a reroll, don't you?
I do not have a reroll, but I can still act. It doesn't blow
Okay.
my
What do you
turn.
wish to do, sir? There are some piles of treasure around. You could run over and start gathering that up.
Do I think the Hydra would just ignore me while I did that?
You might go for the greater mass of people.
That doesn't sound very rogue to me.
You're a thief, though.
That's true.
What do you want to do, Rook?
I will move over and help out Black Dog here.
Need to hit a 20.
Do a sure cut. Surely I will cut him. I do not hit. What my sure cut does. Damage.
How much miss damage? Or
2d6 plus
8 points? Okay. Scott, if you kind of slash into it, you will see where the cut you guys have butchered on this thing. You will see it stagger back as it's clearly staggered, and you will hear this ripping sound as a 6th head forms on this thing.
It got worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems uncool.
Afterwards, I'll talk to you about what the mechanism was for this, how this works. Tommaso on 11.
All right. I will do say quick action, ritual of protection, so the enemies can't crit.
Can't crit? What?
Excellent.
And then I will cast my now level 5 Javelin of Flies at the Hydra that Scott was engaging.
Okay. Let's have you make that
So
roll.
is going to be.
Is that PD or MD?
That's PD.
19.
So that's plus wisdom, plus level. No escalation die yet.
Oh, and you critted.
Alright.
Double damage, sir.
And so now that is 6d6 plus 4.
Holy shit. So 38 points of damage. So
Huge swarm blasts out of my open hands, engulfing the thing momentarily.
much bigger than the fly swarm that Kamaso cast before. It is a biblical swarm
Ew.
of flies. And he hits
way
her.
to go, Tommaso. Oy.
Kind of pushes you back, Tommaso, and the Hydra moves over here.
Oh no.
Tommaso, 2 shots on, well, at least a shot on you here. So, what's your AC, Tommaso?
It is now 26.
Okay. Oh no. Just missed there.
So close.
Hit. 10 points of damage.
Alright.
And that means that he can take his next shot at Cochanel. Cochanel, what's your AC?
I believe it's 19.
19.
Let me check.
Well, he hits you, but he doesn't critical because of what Matt did.
Oh well, good.
So
Thank
that's
you, Matt.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
Because that was even, he'll take a shot at Ben. What's your AC, Ben?
Not enough.
Not 29.
Think he hits.
That
Ben,
Hydra's on fire!
Ben, you're going to take 10 points of damage. And the last shot, because that was odd, will be on Tommaso. We'll hit again for 10 points of damage. The
Wow, you're rolling
escalation
really
die.
well,
That was a
Lowell.
good. That was made up for that last round. All right. Escalation die is at 1. The second Hydra has rushed up. Its head's in a flurry, going every which way, biting at Tommaso, biting at Cochanel. One of them reaches out, manages to hit Kathak, coming back there. They extend and pull back. Okay. And you guys kind of catch your breath, bear yourselves down for an even more difficult fight, and Black Dog.
Okay. Is it possible for me to attack the heads that are going after Rook?
Is it possible to
I mean, not all of them, obviously, but to if one is if there's 3 on me and 3 on him.
There are 6 of them. It's so difficult to do.
Okay, that's fine.
You guys are both nearby. So, I mean, both engaged, so it can hit both of you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the 10 is going to be a 18.
So that will miss. Do you want to use your
Hold
lethal?
on. What is that? 18, 19. 19 still going to miss.
That is true, sir.
I am going to use my violence, which gives me a D4 added on to that roll.
Ooh, let's see that D4. Oh, no, you don't even have to roll because all you need is a 1. So you will hit with one of those, Carl.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
hit.
it's just one attack.
Oh, that's right. I'm saying so you don't get the crit.
Well, the other one has to be over 11.
Oh,
regardless.
that's right. Okay, let's see
Oh,
that
so maybe
roll.
neither one of them are.
Damage.
Okay. 4d10 plus 4. 26.
26
Nice roll.
points of damage.
That's the way.
26. Carl, you slash into it, cut, and you will see it roar back as it staggered again, and you will see a 7th head form.
That's never any
And
good.
from your
Now-
experience,
So
your
I'm sorry?
experience, that's the absolute limit for these things.
Okay. So it immediately has attacks with 7 attacks. It doesn't have one of the heads can't attack for the 7th for the
No, it now has 7 attacks, Carl.
next. That's fine. I'm
Coach Chanel!
Okay. So essentially, what it is that I'm going to do the quick cast to do the freeze, which adds some things to my Ray of Frost, and then I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay, which one are you firing at? Red or
I'm going to
blue?
fire at the one that's the most damage, hoping that I can help drop it a little bit faster.
Okay.
So that's
MD or
intelligence-
PD?
PD.
19. Escalation die is a 1.
So 1d 20 plus 8 plus
So that will
28.
hit.
Okay, good. So then I roll. Uh, 23.
23 points of damage.
And then if it's staggered, it's also dazed until the end of my next turn.
It is tough. As you kind of hit it and you would normally daze it, instead it kind of crackles and breaks the skin, and instead of being dazed, it actually takes extra damage.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It is.
That's another special ability?
Yeah, it's essentially called Too Tough to Trick. And it takes damage instead.
All right, well, that's cool.
All right. Carl, what is your AC?
21.
21. All right, first shot. Misses. Second shot. Misses.
Oop, nope.
Oh, hits. Yeah, that does hit. Sorry. So 10 points.
Okay.
Third shot. Misses. Fourth shot. Misses. You hit it for a lot. I'm going to take my fifth shot on you. Oh, god damn
Doesn't
you,
crit.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
10 more points, Carl. Kathak,
Oh, I'm just getting started. big
Kathak, 2
dog.
shots on you. What's your AC? Not Kathak, Rook.
My AC is 17.
Miss. Second shot will hit for 10 points of damage.
Hold on, something's happening. What'd you?
You okay?
It's not me. Someone is.
Oh, that's
not
Matt.
the mic.
I assume it's Matt.
The baby got the mic. Baby put him down, got the mic.
What's he doing now?
Okay. So that was
Sorry
10,
about that.
You say?
10 points of damage, Scott.
Okay, so one missed.
One missed, yes.
Okay, so I will use my. First, I will use my. Spend my moment. Actually, I will spend my. Yeah, I will spend my momentum and do my deflection. Melee attack misses you. Hits a different enemy you're engaged with instead, and only deals half damage. So I will have him bite another one of the heads.
All right. So he will do that to himself.
He'll take 5.
Carl, I also have to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
3 of them missed on you that round, right?
That sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah.
They actually do miss damage, so you're going to take another 15.
Okay, and then then 4 of them missed the time before.
Well, I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to wash that first round because that was my mistake there.
Never.
I don't want to dial back too far.
Good.
So Scott, you will deflect that shot. One of them hits you and bites, but the other one you'll deflect its shot and it will bite it in the neck and it will bellow out.
And you can use quick actions right at any time. So I will use my quick action on the one that hit me to activate my new 5th level power, which is one of the most hated powers in the game.
No.
Called Spiky Bastard. You go all out to hurt anyone who gets a piece of you. For the rest of the battle, while you're conscious, using at least one blade weapon, you deal 10 damage to each enemy that makes a melee attack against you and rolls a natural odd roll.
Okay.
This hits the enemy before their attack damage, so I don't suppose that 10 points kills him. But
No, it does not. I will rule that it can only go off once per round.
oh no! You ruined my plan.
I know I ruined your plan. But he is badly damaged. He is staggered. All right. Kathak. Yes, it is Spiky Bastard.
Being beset by 4 or 5 guys at that.
Right.
I mean per enemy, Scott.
Okay.
So you can't do it multiple times to the Hydra. but in multiple attackers, yes.
It's a lot of different heads, though.
I know. Not
5,
letting that
6,
fly.
7 different
Kathak.
hydras.
I'm gonna shoot
Okay, which one are you shooting? Red or blue?
blue one.
Okay, where's that gold? I can never tell. All right, roll to hit. You need to hit a 20. You've got a +1 from the escalation die. You will hit. Roll your damage, sir.
Yes. Thank you.
25. It's staggering back, heads lolling, bloodied body there. It's Carl is hitting it, blood splattering everywhere. It is clearly just about to drop.
I think he said blue.
On blue?
I don't know. Kazak, who'd you want to hit?
What was that, Carl, about the bear?
Oh, you're right. Okay, so this one is
What did
still
you
up.
say about the bear,
The other
Carl?
one takes 25. Okay, so the blue one is damaged. Has taken some hits. It is still up and solid. Rook, this thing is still up. It is your action.
I will.
AC is 20.
I will cut into it.
Okay.
Let's see. +2 plus the escalation dice is 1.
Yes, it is.
Ah!
Oh,
There
no
you
way!
Awesome.
Sweet.
Not sweet.
Super sweet. Extra sweet. With agave.
God.
31 doubled is 62.
It had
All right.
31 hits, Scott. You will leap up and drive your dagger into the body of the main head here, just below that, and come down, and it will cry out, and the heads will come crashing to the ground. Round 1, and you've already taken out one of the 5 rated hydras.
Round two. It's round 2.
Tommaso!
All right. So it looks like who needs to heal the most?
Probably.
It looks like Black
Dog.
Dog is pretty beat, right?
Not me. I do not need one.
Really?
Not need one.
Okay. You sure you don't need one?
I'm good.
All right. In that case, I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And wait. Oh, hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, that's when you're close.
I've got a little monkey trying to use this opportunity to escape from my lap.
Okay.
Got places to go, Matt. Places to go.
Okay, so more recovery.
Oh, yeah.
26.
Doop, doop, doop,
Good.
doop.
Are you
Hey,
taking someone's recovery for that?
Well, no, that one's free.
yeah.
First one's free.
And that's a quick, right?
And then, so I think, let me check. I think that one's a quick action. Yep, that's a quick action. And so then I will make a melee attack against this Hydra. So
Need to
attack
hit
him with my
an
sword.
AC of 20. You've got a +1 from the escalation die.
And you've got an awesome sword.
Yep. So let's see. Jimmy, stop taking that. 18 versus AC.
That will miss, but you'll do 4 points miss damage.
Actually, wait.
Oh,
Does that have my...
no, it doesn't have your...
does it have the escalation die
Sure.
or my sword's bonus?
Oh, so that
It
will
would actually be a 21.
that will hit. So he takes 20,
yay.
29 points of damage.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So 96. You will bring the blade out, cut into it, and the blade will hum as it tastes blood. The Hydra goes. It still has 5 heads. All right. Matt, what is your AC?
26.
Okay, so first shot. You'll take 5 miss damage. Second shot is going to be on Cochinelle. What's your AC, Cochinelle?
It's 19.
You will take 10 points of damage. Next
Okay.
shot is on Kathak. Kathak will take 10. When Ben gets back, have me tell him that. Next shot is on Matt. Will miss. Matt, you're going to take 5 points miss damage. And that's even, so the next shot is on Cochinelle.
Okay.
We'll hit.
Hit
You'll
again.
take 10 more points.
All right.
I think we could just edit Ben's thing.
Okay.
I'll do that. There
Thank you,
go.
Scott.
I like the fact
Round.
that you can keep your hits on these things. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Round 3. Oh, and I will actually delete that Hydra. It is.
We're out of hydras over here. I need another one.
Get over here.
Next round. Black Dog.
I will call whatever unstoppable.
Okay. AC of 20.
Okay, the 13 plus 4, so it'll be plus, or the 13 plus 8, that'll hit by itself.
Okay.
I will call my lethal.
There, let's see it, Carl.
Oh, nope, don't get it. So do regular damage.
Okay, let's see it.
$23.
23 points of damage. You will hit it, it'll stagger back, and once again, as your blade cuts into it, you see the writhing, and then a sixth head forms on it.
Okay, I'll do my recovery now.
Okay. And that's from...
That's from Unstoppable.
Okay, that's right.
So 27, so minus 4, so
23.
yes, that's what that was.
Okay. Cochinelle.
We don't expect you engineers to do it.
On
Ray of
17.
Frost.
Okay.
Ray of Frost.
PD of 19, you've got +2 to the escalation die.
Ooh,
You crit, so roll double damage.
I see you.
Don't do that.
So that's 56? 56? 56 points of damage.
You crack
if-
into it.
Yes.
Does this do the stuck thing as well?
Yeah, it does the stuck. It does the if he's staggered, he's dazed.
Okay.
Um,
So it will take extra damage, and when the ice kind of rips across it, you will see the seventh head form on it.
okay.
Kathak.
Sorry, guys.
He's out.
Kathak not back. Rook.
Shoot behind it.
Okay.
Ooh.
And sure, cut it.
Okay. With your backstab bonus for multiple attackers.
Yeah.
Need to hit a 20.
The two is the escalating dice. I miss.
All right.
So I will do 2d6.
Oh, yeah, they're miss damage.
14 points of miss damage.
14 points of miss damage.
I love that shortcut.
That is pretty sweet. All right. Tommaso.
All right. Things first. It looks like Cochinelle needs a heal.
I can use a heal, I will admit.
So, assuming she has a recovery, we'll
You do.
use one of hers for that.
Okay. So, Cochinelle, roll your recovery dice.
And at 8,
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's 24. That doubles my hit points.
22.
22. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
And your standard action, Matt,
all right, we'll make another melee attack.
need to hit a 20. You will hit.
That hits for 34 plus 2.
So 36 plus, you also need to roll that extra die damage.
That's right. What's an extra
D6,
six?
I believe.
Right? Oh, it's right on my character sheet.
I actually really like the automated dice roller. It made it much easier for me. One more point.
Wah, wah, wah.
The Hydra's turn.
Oy.
All right. Tommaso, you still 26?
Yep.
Carl, you're a.
21.
Scott, you're a.
17.
17. All right. First, Tommaso. 5 points miss damage. Second, Carl. 5 points miss damage. Third, no, that's a nearby. So Cochonel. 5 points miss damage.
Okay.
Scott. That will hit, so that will do 10 points, and he takes 10, right?
Yep.
Okay. And that's odd, so back to you, Tommaso. That will just miss, so 5 more points miss damage. Carl, 5 points miss damage. And
Aren't you done yet?
no, I got one more. Let's see. I better engage the one. Black Dog. 10 points. Heads go every which way, biting, swirling, trying to rip through you guys.
It is correct. Heads are going every which way.
It is surrounded, blocked in by your swirling wall of steel here. Round 4, escalation die 3. Carl, Black Dog, lead us off for this round.
Still no crit.
Too bad.
17. Ow, a weak effort.
That is
17.
weak sauce, Carl.
That's like miss damage.
That is.
It's
Okay,
like kissing your sister.
Cochonel.
Okay. Same song.
Same target.
Yep. +8, +3. Do I hit?
That will hit.
Yay, I hit. Okay. 16. 34 points.
You let loose with a great blaze of the ice. It will come up. This thing has been ripping around. It will freeze up some of the heads. There will be that shattering sound as a couple of them snap off, and the thing will stagger back. The pounding of its feet. Rook, you have to dive out of the way, and this thing will crash to the ground dead.
Holy shit. What the hell was that? That was worse than mine.
Yay, I think they're done.
And there is silence. Sounds and cries will echo in this cavern for a while, and then there will be silence.
I do a puppet show with the heads.
Okay, well, you have to pick them up.
I'm a bean hydra. I'm a blue hydra. I'm really nasty. I'm a red hydra. I'm really, really nasty.
Well, are they actually?
Yes,
so
yes,
their
yes.
bodies are
Carl
still
is
here?
taunting me. I'm just pointing that out.
Okay, so their bodies are here.
Yes.
Okay.
Never taunted
I'm essentially gonna cut the skin off, and do the tan leather spell. So we
Okay.
have some nice Hydra leather.
All right. Rook, you will assess. A lot of the things are damaged, but you will pick out gems and coins, and you will get a good double supply of gold loot for everybody from these various piles. Does that seem reasonable?
Woohoo! It whets my appetite for the vault to come.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. You'll grab.
Oh, we're not even at the vault.
Oh no.
You said there were some artworks here.
Yes.
I'm a preservationist. Is there anything that I can essentially take out and carefully, cast the spells on to keep it safe and
Let's
intact
have you
until I
make
can get it to someone?
an intelligence plus your preservationist.
Oh God,
background.
this is where it all goes terribly awry. 1D.
Does she seem very cautious around the paintings? Like if she touches it, she could be sucked into it.
I push her in.
3. Ugh.
So you won't find a lot because it is so old and water damaged and salt and things. But you will find some cameo portraits and some scrolls and things like that you'll be able to put into your bags. Things that would be striking to sell, and maybe some things that you think with some time you can actually do some restoration on. Does that seem cool?
Sure. I just wondered if there was anything of historical significance was what I was concerned about, but yeah, such is
We
life.
should probably heal up a little before we proceed on. It looks like.
I would ask. I'll ask. If we've got time, we're resting. And for my animal husbandry, and I'll ask Cochinelle about her lore of history and all, or whatever. That is there anything besides the skin of a hydra that would be good? Hearts, livers that would be good.
That you could transport. Why don't you make your animal husbandry roll, Carl? I'll give you a +2. Intelligence plus animal
Well,
husbandry.
I think she has like some kind of stasis thing or something. Yes, but you can do that
I
with.
heard hydra blood is very poisonous.
Is it?
No,
Hope not. It's all over.
these.
Okay. These are some sort of
you-
domesticated hydras, so they're not as
Just killed
poisonous.
someone's pets. That's
They also have floppy ears.
Oh
That's
yeah,
another
yeah. The
domesticated
butt
kind.
of a hydra is very important. I start chopping big things. I was like, oh yeah, this is the. This is
Makes
where
a
the
like-
fine soup.
you like big
these
hydra
are-
butts.
these-
Cannot lie.
These are
It's great.
lesser hydras. Probably the best thing you can do is fangs, that kind of thing.
and the butt and the
and the hydra butthole.
God. Like a tri-tip
Which
hydra.
is probably the size of a steering wheel, Carl.
Yes, look at this, man. I can get this. Can you preserve this? It's the hyper butt.
You can wear it like a necklace.
like a
Blacko.
necklace.
Oh, good idea. I put it over my head. Good, there we go. Good idea.
As it dries, it constricts.
Ooh.
Okay, that's foul and disgusting. So you guys will gather the loot. Scott, you'll organize it, get it cleaned up and set aside, and you guys will move on to the inner vault. Matt, you will recognize as you approach this, the archways and things, various signs and sigils of the Surgeon Penitent. And the last door is a simple door. Seems like some of the oldest part of this. That Scott, you're actually kind of surprised. The door actually slides sideways into the wall itself. You check for traps. I'm assuming you're doing all the basic adventuring stuff. Doesn't seem like there's any more traps or things like this. And your lanterns will illuminate a vault, shelving, markers, designs, old stylistic of the Surgeon Penitent. And you will see there are more books and things in here, Cochinelle. I'll have you make
Okay,
another
good.
preservationist roll.
Oh God. What I want is a skill at once per session I can not roll and just succeed on one non-combat thing. Oh God.
You don't get that roll. You
Thank
don't get that
I
power.
just kind of
You were roll
fallen
that power.
and
You don't get it.
and I just kind of never make it into the room.
You actually probably will become close to tears given the value of the things that have been lost here.
Okay.
Matt?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
There you
Can
go.
you,
All
can we,
right.
can- okay. So let me start with what you will see. There's some other treasures here, and I'm going to go to that in a second. What the sort of secondary treasures are. But you will see there is a dais here, and there is a large, oddly shaped cup with the decorations of something. Not the Surgeon Penitent, but you know that this chalice, the chalice of Cain Vow, was was transformed through the touch of the Surgeon Penitent. And you can certainly feel its holy power.
All right, so I will reverently approach it and I guess walk up to it, pick it up, check it out.
All right. It has that sort of held glow, held feeling, that sense of power, and when you kind of hold it, you know how your fingers don't have that kind of almost leprous numbing of their feeling. You will actually, as you're kind of holding it, feel the sensation in your fingertips. Feel the sort of the touch. You actually kind of, for the first time in a long time, you can feel the cold of the metal on your hands.
Oh my God, my blushings are being robbed from me.
Can we?
You see, your fingers have not changed. They still seem as pustuled as ever, but it's just that sensation that comes through.
Somebody's getting excited about it.
Yeah. The other thing that you will see is there are two other things that seem to both be on sort of altars back here that seem to be reverently placed. On one of them, you will see there are 2.5 links of chain. Big links. Oddly formed and all kinds of odd line designs on them. They're probably about 6 inches across, maybe, and about 3 inches wide. And they're essentially 2 links interlinked, and then a third link that's a half link that's clearly broken. You're not sure what that is.
Does it look like the stone tablet chains? I mean, is it close to that?
The stone tablet chains are very stylized, so
Okay, so you couldn't tell. Okay.
couldn't tell. The other thing you will see is very odd. There is a device, some sort of crafted object that is on the other thing, on the other sort of dais, and it is maybe 3 feet tall. A good 2/3 of it, the top part, looked like a kind of a Chinese lantern with kind of lines running along it, but it looks like it might be colored glass. And when you kind of examine it, it looks like inside of that, there are things floating around inside. Almost like you can see things moving up and down like a lava lamp. And in the center, there looks like there's like something that's shaped like a brain.
Oh, I'm hungry.
So that's all enclosed, okay? So that's maybe, of the 3 feet of this thing, it's a 2-foot sphere like that. On the bottom, there are 3 sort of attached canisters hooked, attached to the bottom of this thing. One of the canisters of the 3 looks like it's completely sealed. It's a strange metal you kind of don't recognize. One of the canisters has a slot in it, maybe 3.5 inches wide and long and an inch wide. And the other canister you can see actually has a little panel on it that's open. And you will see that inside there's a pile of dust. Big pile of dust.
Thanks.
You have no idea what this is.
Oh man.
Does it seem holy? Do you get the sense of the penitent one off of it, Tommaso?
So if I examine it, do I get
like
any?
your ancient priest's brains or something?
It doesn't give you the feeling. I mean, it's clearly It's odd. It's got weird design, weird crafting to it. It doesn't have the markings of the Surgeon Penitent, but it's clearly placed here in a place of honor of, this chamber of the Surgeon Penitent. But you're not sure what it is.
Is there something to carry it with?
Doesn't look like it.
Does it look like? I don't know. I think this is something in the creation. Does it seem to have a? Does it have a spirit? As if it was actually a brain that was still alive, would the spirit still be attached to it?
If it's a brain that's still alive, you would assume there'd be a spirit attached. You don't feel any spiritual presence from it.
And where are the heaps of gold and gems and good stuff?
You've already got the heaps of golden gems. Do you want me to tell you what the other magic items are that are down here?
Oh, yes.
Shall I go through those and then you can play with the big brain in a jar?
Actually, okay, go back everything. Okay, so we've got the Surgeon Penitent Chalice.
The brew that is true.
I'm pretty sure we don't get a fight for that one. And then there was the chains.
The chain links?
2.5 links of chain.
Does that look like they're like Titan-sized chains?
Not that big, no.
Okay.
And then
Bring it in a box.
Brain and canisters? Oh,
And
canister set.
okay, the Chinese lantern and the brains inside this.
Yeah. So there's kind of a rough drawing of what it kind of looks like.
Wait. Oh, good. Ah, I see. Does the thing look like it's meant to do an illumination?
I mean, it sort of has that kind of look to it, but if it does, the magic is currently not activated on it.
Okay. I can play with it a little bit later.
Okay.
I'm just a little worried about.
Maybe if you put some liquids in the canister and feed it to this thing.
Yeah, but
I can talk to the
sphincter first. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Before we do any experimenting with this,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast my remaining heal as a ritual magic to perform the rites of the Surgeon Penitent and sanctify the thing and prepare, cleanse us and with ablutions and all that good stuff and prepare us to mess with the artifacts.
All right, that seems fair. And certainly you'll feel when you kind of invoke the feeling of the Surgeon Penitent, the chalice definitely gives off a vibration, a sort of a ringing tone in response. Shall I tell you the other?
Matt, did you say you healed us, or that's something else? You're doing something else?
I was thinking, I had one spell left and it was heal, so I used that for my ritual magic
Yeah.
for that action.
So
Okay,
we'll
that's
assume
fine.
everybody can get a recovery back, but we'll come back to that in a second. Okay. I'm going to go through the other treasures now.
Okay.
There is a shield. It's called the Shield of Tenkano. If you're using the shield, while you're holding it, you can ignore one ongoing set of damage or one condition. That the ongoing damage and the condition don't go away. It just means that they're temporarily put to the side. You don't get saves against them when it's doing that. You just temporarily put them on hold. And that's a recharge 6+. Okay. The next thing is the Inspiring Tunic. It's an armor slot. +2 to AC. And
I think it's an inspiring onesie.
yeah. And if you ever have to check for fear, if things are doing fear against you, usually that checks against your current hit points. With this on, it always checks against your maximum hit points.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's really nice. Unless you're completely outclassed by your foe, that should pretty much protect you from fear.
The next thing is a Lifestone necklace. It gives you a +5 to death saves if failure would kill you.
Okay, so death saves is a class of saves.
Death saves are when you've lost all your, you've gone below 0 and you start making death checks.
Oh, okay.
Then there's a Guardian Cloak. When you're engaged with a foe, and there's an ally also engaged with the foe, if the foe decides to target the other person, you can say that it actually targets you. And that's an 11+ recharge. There is one more item. There's a ring, but I've left the description of that downstairs. So can I get that to you next time?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, well, then I'll just not give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Just pretend like Carl never speaks.
Okay.
I think what we need is the nail of silence.
Yeah. So I assume you guys will gather these things together.
Yes.
I assume you're taking the chain. I assume you're taking this Chinese lantern thing.
Yeah.
I want the brain hot pot.
Okay. I was going to talk to the item just to get a sense of what's supposed to happen with it. How it is used.
Okay. Why don't you make a wisdom roll for me?
I don't know. This is going to be awesome.
I get ready to hit her on the back of the head.
Kill the orc.
Oh my god, I didn't roll a 2.
It's very odd, and it's actually hard to... It doesn't kind of communicate in the same way, and clearly that brain and liquid is still active, and that's a thing. That's an intelligence, but it's depowered. The canister that has the slot in it produces something. The canister that has the dust in it, that's where the power source goes in. The material that that fuels it.
The sacrifice.
Is it food or something like that?
No, it's actually, you kind of touched it, and it's glass powder in there. And it actually reminds you of the glass that the God Heart is made of now.
Oh. Is now or what was?
Is now.
Oh.
That's what you'll get from that.
Okay. And it produces
Idea what the
something.
first is?
And the thing that it produces, would it be like something like a piece of paper, or is it something bigger?
Something bigger.
ring or a key?
Might be the slot. It clearly comes out of that slot.
Okay.
Shambling mound.
Gelatinous VCH
Gelatinous receipt.
receipt.
Ew.
It's like Laffy Taffy, but poisonous
And bitey.
and bitey.
Okay. All right. Yes, we will carefully carry these things out.
Guys, we'll head out. Scott, you'll carefully gather up the treasure.
Yeah, if there are any valuable books in there,
Oh
too.
no! As Sherry found, there was nothing that was still intact.
And it wasn't her failure that did that. It was already. It just that's the way it was.
Shut up, you guys. God.
Gather your things together. Gather the valuables. You guys will head up and out, locking the place behind you, I assume, and head out through the castle. You are not pursued by the ghouls. You have a sense that now that the chalice is out and open, that certainly drives them back with fear, and perhaps its very presence will create a poisonous anathema for them down in this complex as you move through. You guys will go back up, go out, rest, catch your breath up top, and head back for the boat.
Should we take our recovery now, or what should we do?
You mean your full recovery? Is that what you're asking for?
Well, I mean, yeah, from
You said we gain a recovery.
or not gain a recovery, but we can take a recovery.
You can take a recovery, yes.
Okay.
Um,
Only down 9 points, so.
you guys will go back to the boat, load it up, and you guys will set off. Does that seem reasonable?
Yes.
And we will take up next time with you guys arriving at the city of Merthrop.
Okay.
No sailing rolls, no nothing. Just arriving at your destination.
Because our other ones were so good.
Yeah, they were awesome. And hopefully you'll have a chance to take a full recovery next time, or maybe you'll get into a fight right away. We'll find out. But you will be, at that point, 5th level.
Woo, 5th level.
Halfway through. Expect now that you guys are at 5th level that probably you'll only get an incremental advance every other session, potentially. Does that seem reasonable?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or if something awesome goes on, maybe more. But 5th level,
You're screwing us,
you
man.
guys
You're
are
screwing us.
champion level. You have reached a major hurdle. Imagine that this would be equivalent to 8th level in another game like Pathfinder. So that's pretty awesome. Any questions? All right. Well, then that's where we're going to leave off for tonight, and we'll take up next week.
Woo.
All right. I'm
A lot of
good.
fun. It was great, Tanner. This whole
Thank you.
thing, one was good.
Good. Glad you enjoyed that.